Hey Bobby, if you just bear with me, I'm just going to give it a couple of minutes just to wait for the stream latency just to balance out a little bit, and then I'll start playing. Welcome to everyone that's just tuning in. If you just bear with me, like I said, I'm just waiting for the stream to balance out, and then I'll be able to start the game. We're going to do a brand new game, going from the start with Banjo Kazooie. We're going to be playing the rare replay version, just because it's a little bit easier with the Xbox One controller than it is on the N64. So just bear with me a minute or two. You can also let me know as well if the volume balance is all correct. So if the game volume as well as the microphone voice over this one is good, that would be great. So thanks everybody for tuning in. We're going to be starting a brand new playthrough. This is going to be Banjo Kazooie. This is going to be the rare replay version. I picked it up a couple of months ago. I think it might have actually been Black Friday. It was only about £10, but it's not until now that I've actually been able to go and sort of unbox it and actually get around to playing it. So with the other games, I've had a little brief play on some of the other ones on there, but I've always liked the version of Banjo Kazooie. Because I had it before when it was on the Xbox 360. We're just going to start off the stream as well by giving a big shout out to Duke Nukem 155, who is a member of the channel. So again, thank you for your continued membership of the channel. It's your second month in a row now, so really appreciate that. And if you're not watching live, hopefully you'll be able to enjoy this stream on a follow-up, which I'll make live a couple of hours after after we're done with this live stream. So a quick roll call whilst the intro plays. Bobby Hopkins, Vitus Varnus, Matt Horner, Manny Stovall, Real Levi, Dark Hawk Legend, Kaito Link 64, Teen Shade 43, Big K, Franz Patterson, tons of people tuning in. And as always, I hope you're having a great day wherever in the world you're tuning in from. Gems, Glenn, how many games from the N64 set did you have growing up? At the same time, I think the most I ever had at a single time was probably about 10, but me and my brother used to trade games at our local game store pretty much every weekend, so that's how I got around to playing so many, I suppose so many games, because, you know, a lot of the titles, you know, we'd have for maybe a couple of weeks and then trade it in, so we didn't keep games from, you know, sort of start to finish. The odd few, things like Ocarina of Time, I never got rid of that. But a lot of games, as soon as I completed them or got bored of them, I'd then be swapping it. Does the rare replay version have improved controls? Of Banjo Kazooie, I wouldn't say it has improved controls, it's just easier to control with the Xbox analog stick, it's a little bit more accurate. However, Jet Force Gemini, they've actually got they patched it. So after it's released, when there's quite a lot of people struggling with the controls, they released a patch to update the Jet Force Gemini. And so that's actually got some pretty nice new controls. It's still not perfect, but it makes it a lot more playable, especially for anyone that's not played or wasn't used to playing that type of game. Did I play Ukulele? No, I've still not played it. Manny Stovall, did I hear about the Spanish flu that hit London in 1918? Probably at some point. You know, I did history in school like everybody else, but, you know, certain events don't necessarily jump out. Kaito Link, can I name some N64 games where it's actually worse playing it on a HD TV and it's better on a CRT? Every N64 game. If you've got a decent CRT, and I'm not talking about like a run-of-the-mill CRT, if you've got a good CRT like a Bang & Olufsen Beovision, they're really, really nice. They're probably what I would class as the creme de la creme of CRTs. So if you ever come across one of those, even now they're still quite expensive. Like a lot of Bang & Olufsen gear anyway, but... will I ever do a review of Rare Replay on the channel? Probably not. There's already loads of good reviews for Rare Replay online. I've not really got anything to add to it. I may play some of these games individually as streams, but I've not got any plans to do a full review. I think that boat's already sailed. Have I heard of the game Vampire? I think I've heard of it. Well, definitely not played it, but I have heard of it. N64 Brazil, always good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. You've got a 29-inch CRT with S-Video. Yeah, a lot of people are surprised because I remember, especially here in the so let me decline the training. A lot of the CRT TVs around the time the N64 were out, not all that many of them actually had the direct S-Video inputs. So if you have got one that's got a, if you have got one, so I'm just gonna. So I'm just quickly refreshing myself with the controls for this. There we go. Would you be better getting the N64 Resident Evil 2 or the GameCube port? I would say the GameCube port. Or if anything, I'd probably say you might even be better just waiting and buying the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One version that's going to be out, so that's probably what I would suggest. Speaking of which, I'll probably end up, I've got a PlayStation 4 and an Xbox One, but I'll probably be buying it on the Xbox, so if I get the chance I'll be streaming the new Resident Evil when it comes out, possibly on launch day. See, I was trying to pull off the Talon Trot, but then I realised if I remember correctly, you pick it up in the first level. Yeah, RR stands for Rare Replay, so this is the Rare Replay versions. We're playing on an Xbox One S model. Kaito Link, the N64 version's not too bad. With S-Video, yeah, it can be a little bit tricky, but I always love Gruntilda. She's one of those characters, pretty timeless. Dragon Izu, good to see you. Thanks for tuning in as well. Yeah, this game definitely brings back some memories. I talked about him in the review I did a couple of years ago, but yeah, this is one of the games I've got a good memory of, but it's been a long time since I played this. I think the last time I played it start to finish was probably when I did the review of the game. McLagan going in without the health upgrade. Yeah, why not? Oh, in fact, see, here we go. Yeah, Turok 2 Seeds of Evil was a good remaster. Night Dive Studios, they also did Shadow Man, and they also did the Forsaken remaster as well as Turok 1 and 2. If I remember correctly, I think they were, well, at one time they were working on the... was it Bioshock? Not Bioshock. I can't remember. There was a game that they were working on, and they seem to have like canned it. Someone in the chat's gonna remind me. Have you ever heard of the BDF network? Nope. Clay Fighter was not a fun game. I never enjoyed that myself. I always seem to change up the order that I do this level, so I don't know exactly the order that I'm going to do this, but... Okay, let's just get this one. Clay Fighter is like an interactive stroke. I'm sure someone who's had a stroke is probably not going to agree with it's that bad, but yeah, it is pretty painful. See, Wise Dragon, I get really bad. Well, when I was a kid, I never used to get hay fever. But when I moved to Venice, when I lived in Italy, I think because of the amount of trees, man, that was one of the worst places in the world if you have hay fever. Yeah, so that's Talon Trot. Is there a way? I'm not sure if there's a way to invert the camera. I'm just going to check the options in a minute. I'm just going to quickly do the same on the other side as well. Franz Pattinson, good to see you as always. And again, always appreciate your continued support. Is that true, Glenn? I think you mentioned it in your Clay Fighter review. I'm not too sure. It looks like the chat's on Clay Fighter at the minute, but I can't remember exactly. A lot of the time when I do a review, I do all of my sort of research and notes at the time, and some things stick with me if it's particularly interesting, but not always. Yeah, Halo Friends 64 would be pretty cool. They did a... Mark M, good to see you. Hope you're well. Yeah, I think especially with sort of racism in games, I guess it's toned down compared to what it used to be anyway. I think a lot of publishers now are so scared of offending anybody. I think that's why you get a lot more sort of vanilla, you know, politically correct games, you know, than you sort of would have done in the past. Yeah, I think there is I think that's why you don't see even sort of developers take risks with, you know, some even more generic titles. I think everything's just a lot more sort of clone-like these days. See, that's what happens when I try and read comments whilst playing. RR means rare replay version, retro long plays. Yeah, I definitely think this is one of the, I suppose, the best sort of combos of characters. I think Rare did a really good job of putting the characters together, giving them good dialogue. The storyline's good. All in all, it's just a fun game to play. Yeah, Chuck D RR is rare replay. I don't actually think there's anything up there that I need. Have I heard of the game called Thrill Kill? I have, yeah. Yeah, Noob Scorpion. This game was really fun. I mean, even on its release, I'm surprised it wasn't a. I'm surprised it wasn't a game that you enjoyed, because I think it's one of the few games where most people pretty much tend to like it. You don't really get much disagreement with Banjo Kazooie, I feel. Ollie Nording, its rare replay version. Jackie Chan, I won't be doing a review of Dinosaur Planet or Mother 3 because they were never released, so they'll be pretty hard to do reviews of, considering there's no copies. Chuck D, did ever play Nuts and Bolts? So Banjo Kazooie Nuts and Bolts I did play. It's terrible. I really, really can't believe how badly they messed that game up. Perfect Dark Zero is another one. I think pretty much there was very little after the Nintendo 64 era that I feel Rare did a good job of. Probably shouldn't have done that. Yeah, Perfect Dark Zero is not a good game. Maybe one day I'll stream it. Now that especially now that I've got it. Yeah, exactly, Chuck D, I think you're bang on there. I remember my friend picking up, he got an Xbox One, sorry, an Xbox 360 really early. I'm pretty sure he probably got it on launch day. I remember playing it and just being like, what is this mess? Like, you know, what's happened to Rare? Because that was just such a bad game. Yeah, the music was okay. You know, I'll give it that. The music was tolerable, but the actual game as a whole. How long am I going to play for? I don't know. I'll have to see. I've not got a set time or anything like that, so. No, I'm just going to take it down. I've already got the tokens that I need for now, so we'll see. Do some mumbo magic. Yeah, I don't need it. I'm just playing for fun today. If I was going for sort of 100% playthrough, then I'll probably be a bit more focused. But for now, That's just the casual playthrough. What are my thoughts on the new Mortal Kombat 11 game coming out? It looks really cool. It looks really gory. As you know, I'm not a big fighting game fan, so I've not even played Mortal Kombat 10 yet. But yeah, 11 looks cool. But the Mortal Kombat series for me, I can take it or leave it. It's not a game I get too hyped up for. Well, they may have updated the controls, but the camera's still its usual painful self. Like that. Yeah, Turok 2008, that's another one where after the N64, the series turned into a mess. Mortal Kombat 9, again, I've not played that. The last Mortal Kombat I've probably played was 4. Or regularly played anyway. Yeah, being able to explore the worlds with the transformations would have been pretty cool. Windybeard Games, good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're well wherever in the world you are tuning in from. My favourite Mortal Kombat games too. So Mortal Kombat 2 on the Super Nintendo, which I know is a controversial choice, but that one I used to play a lot. In fact, Mortal Kombat 3, was it Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3? That was also on the Super Nintendo. I think it was. So I remember picking up. We spent a lot of time playing Mortal Kombat 2. This is me, my brother, my friend Denzel, and Chris. We play it quite a lot, and so yeah. So I remember my dad actually getting quite into it as well when he played Mortal Kombat with us. In fact, so much so that we got an arcade stick. And yeah, so I think it was with Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. That's probably the last one that I played. So I'd probably say that's my favourite that I played, really regularly. Yeah, Manny Stovall, Resident Evil 4. Yeah, Turok never really gained popularity outside of the N64. But the PC version was good. There's no denying that wasn't a good port, but yeah, anything after the N64 was not really. I say controversial. A lot of people don't. A lot of people seem to prefer the Sega Genesis Mortal Kombat. I guess it's each to their own. How often do I stream? I don't really have a sort of set schedule. Unfortunately, I know a lot of people would really like me to, but it's one of those, you know, when you've got a real life job, sometimes you have days where, you know, you stream, and then other days where, you know, you just maybe a little bit more relaxed and you just want to have a casual play. So it's one of those, so there's no sort of set schedule really. Mark M, I've already got the Turok remasters. I've streamed them before. So yeah, Turok 2. Yeah, Turok 2 are streaming. In fact, you've just reminded me, I've not actually streamed the last levels yet. But yeah, I've streamed most of it. So yeah, anyone who's interested in the remasters of Turok 1 and 2, definitely worth checking out. Windybeard Games, this is the rare replay version, so it's the Xbox 360 release. Will I ever cover the little known N64 accessories like the Wide Boy 64? If I could get my hands on a Wide Boy 64, I'd like to. They're difficult to get hold of. My favourite WWF game would be WrestleMania 2000. I probably slightly prefer that over No Mercy, mostly for nostalgia. But yeah, No Mercy's better. VPW is the best Aki wrestling game. Yeah, the Wide Boy 64 would be fun to have. I wouldn't get a great deal of use from it, but it's one of those where, yeah, it'd be fun to get hold of one. Just to have is something pretty cool. Windybeard Games, yeah, I've played Densha to Go. I've done a review of it. It was an episode of the N64 Japanese Eye. But yeah, I haven't played it with the train accessory. Densha to Go was also patched to accept English commands instead of only in Japanese, which, if anybody's interested in playing, makes it a lot more fun. Wow. Let's have a look. Dictator Dario, really appreciate the super chat, thank you very much. So you want to know what's the difference between the 360/Xbox One version of this game and the N64 version? So really good question. So this, the version that's on Rare Replay was the version which was released on the Xbox 360. This has got the full widescreen support. It's obviously got the slightly tighter controls. There's not all that many great differences with it, really. I just personally find this a lot easier to play because the control is a lot more responsive. That's why I tend to like it, but especially for streaming as well, having the full screen, I quite like it. I've always preferred games in full screen, so. But in terms of the actual core game, it's the same game. There's not really anything that you're going to gain or lose by playing either version, in all honesty. Again, thank you once again for the super chat. Really appreciate it. So Jet Force Gemini on Rare Replay, now that's a different story. Because it's got the updated controls, it makes it much easier to play. What's the best fish and chips I ever had? Probably in Blackpool, Harry Ramsden's, which is a famous fish and chip restaurant. Yeah, Jet Force Gemini is one of the games that I'm just really surprised that Rare have never sort of tried to bring back. I know they've got the new pirate game going on, which my friend says is really good. I'm trying to remember the name of it. Sea of Thieves. My friend really likes Sea of Thieves. He says it's really good, but Dead Space, you really need to go to England. Yep, it's a cool place to visit. Have I ever been to the USA? Yep. I've been to New York, Seattle, Hawaii. So yeah, a couple of different places. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Okay, I'm not going to grab those just yet. Yeah, Jet Force Gemini is a cool game. It's tricky, I think mostly because of just how fiddly a lot of the parts of it can be. What are my thoughts on the cancelled horror game by Rare called Sundown? I've never heard of that one, so it's not really one which I know all that much about. But I don't know, most Rare games, I'm not sure what year that was going to be around, but see, this is not really a position that I want to be in, whereby I've got very few lives left. Very little health, sorry. Especially when this shark's going to show up. I knew it. I can't believe I actually died on this level. First time I've died in this level in so long. Yeah, rip Banjo. See, this particular level, it's a very fragmented one. I think with the first level you can do it sort of with a lot of fluidity. This one's just a bit, you know, sort of all over the place. just trying to see what I actually need to get. I think as a whole though, I think 3D platformers just, I think because a lot of them were sort of cutey sort of characters like Banjo Kazooie, I think they just kind of, I think this kind of wore out, you know, especially with the N64. I think it burnt a lot of people out on 3D platformers. Yeah, Magellan, I agree with you on that one. Does my dad like Wolfenstein? He did back in the day. He was more of a Doom guy, to be honest. Josh Ahern, good to see you. Manny Stovall, yeah, I like Tomb Raider. The original sort of series was okay, but then the most recent ones, the last two ones I really liked. I thought they were really good. The ones that are a bit more sort of like Uncharted, yeah, they were really fun. The new Doom, I've still not played that. I keep seeing it pop up on the Xbox One dashboard. Do I like anime? I can take it or leave it. It's like anything, I think, with all forms of sort of media or art forms. You know, I can be a big fan if it's done right, if it appeals to me, but I wouldn't necessarily say I'm one of those people that would go out and just, you know, sort of get hold of as much as I could, just for the sake of it. I would say teenager games these days is probably Fortnite. I know my 7-year-old nephew goes nuts for it. Shino's mod spot. I rock at reviews, but I can't do gaming videos. Nowhere near as good as you. Okay, I'm not sure if that's supposed to hurt my feelings, which it doesn't. But whatever. Where do I want to go now? Oh, in fact, let me go back to the top. Kuba, good to see you. Yakshamash. Oh, okay, Sheena, I get you. Yeah, no, like in terms, everyone's style's different. You know, you get some channels like PewDiePie where they're going to be, you know, all over the place. That's not really my style. I think I get what you mean. You mean somebody jumping around making stupid noises, squeaking, pretending like every single thing in the game shocks them. Yeah, that's not me. If you like that sort of fake style, then nah, you're never going to see that on this channel. Plus, like I said, you got to remember as well, a lot of the channels, you know, that do that sort of crap, YouTube's their full-time job, so they can act in a certain way. It's not something that I can do. So. Is a review of Majora's Mask on the horizon? Not at the moment, but it's one of those games. It's a bit like Zelda. It's going to take a long time to sort of play through the game, capture everything. So it's a game I'll get around to, but at the moment, there's like other projects that I'm focusing on, other projects that I'm just focusing on. Oh, we got a glitch. Nearly. Managed to save it. Okay, well, Shino, if that's the sort of stream that you like, then it's not something that you're ever going to see on this channel. So I'm not really sure what you're hoping to gain from being here. You know, I'm sure there's other people streaming this game. If you want somebody that's going to be jumping around, squealing, making noises like a 14-year-old, but that's not me. Oh, what did I do that for? Shino, I've no idea what you are. But you're entertaining, I'll give you that. Shino, anyone that refers to himself as a games master is probably not. Dictator Dario, put on a bear suit and jump around with a bird on your backpack. I can definitely see the veiled dig, but it made me smile, so definitely, that's quite funny. I think maybe more of a games master with a rubber glove, if you get what I mean. Yeah, I've seen the PlayStation Classic. It's really funny actually. My wife was talking to me last night about this game. Now remember as well, I did have a PlayStation 1. I was one of those kids that, well, even now I guess, where I kind of have both consoles. And yeah, she was telling me about this Disney game called Atlantis. To be honest, I'd never even heard of it. Yeah, so she was telling me about this game, and yeah, well, basically just saying that, you know, she'd like to play it. So that's about as exciting as that story gets. But yeah, I had, like a lot of people, I had the PlayStation back in the day. I had it chipped, so I had, you know, hundreds of games on it. But yeah, Disney Atlantis. And yeah, I had like tons of games copied on the PlayStation, but I just had more fun with the N64, so that's sort of where my split between it is. So even though I think a lot of people just think because the channel's N64 that, you know, that's all I ever played, but no, it's just a case of that's where my game was really. Yeah, Dead Space. Yeah, well, that was one of the reasons. Yeah, so sorry, we went off topic there, but yeah, that's what we were talking about. Because my wife couldn't speak English when she was a kid, she was telling me that she couldn't understand sort of what to do in the game. So other Disney games like Tarzan, you know, she had no problems with those, but with Atlantis, she could never sort of figure out what she needed to do. You heard I stole Perfect Dark from a garage sale. No. Although that would be pretty funny. Plus we don't have garage sales here in the UK. The sort of closest thing to it would be like a car boot sale. I don't know, garage sales is just not really a thing. I think people sort of like their privacy too much. So yeah, people would go to like a flea market sale or whatever I guess they'd be called, which would be like a car boot sale, would be the equivalent. What are my thoughts on Shenmue? Surprisingly, I'm pretty impartial on it. I know a lot of people love it, but for me I can take it or leave it. Yeah, I prefer the Dreamcast. If you're still talking about Shadow Man, then I would say, yeah, on a console, the best version's the Dreamcast version. But if you're talking about now, if you're looking at picking up a version, then I always say to people, you want to get the... I always say to people, you want to get the Steam version, because that's got... You distracted me. Because that's got the HD texture pack mod, so you can basically make it look a million times better than it did. It doesn't change the gameplay or the structure or the difficulty, but it just makes it look and run really nicely. And it's a fan-made pack as well, so always pretty cool. Did I get the Dreamcast when it came out? Yeah. Dreamcast, I didn't get it the day it came out. I remember getting it for Christmas. So the first Christmas it was available in the UK is when I got it. The first time I played a Dreamcast was in the local cinema where I was. They had a one of these sort of demo kiosks, or I think they used to have Sonic Adventure on it, and the first time I saw that, I was like, this is insane. That looks so good. So yeah, that was one of my sort of first memories of it. Yeah, we'd often get that. Generally, whenever we'd get a new console, it would be Christmas. The only console that I remember not getting at Christmas was the PlayStation 1. I remember we got that randomly. I think when my dad went, I think I've told the story before, but we picked that up. My dad got it when we went to. We'd just come back from like swimming and randomly had it in the car. So that's the only one that I basically have got no sort of recollection of. But yeah, everything else I think was always pretty much a sort of Christmas release. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, to be honest, the PlayStation 4 I've got, I haven't actually played it. I don't even think I turn it on to do the software updates fairly often, because I know full well, like the time when I do want to come to play something, then it'll need a massive upgrade, but I haven't actually bought any new games for it or anything. Bumtree, do you have any thoughts on the Dreamcast HDMI mod? I don't. I don't actually have a Dreamcast. The last time I had one was probably about 2004. Okay, so let me grab these little bits. Yeah, PlayStation 4, this Spider-Man I'd really like to get. That looks really, really cool. Where's the J? Can I remember? Other than 40 Winks, any fully playable? Yeah. fully playable, there would be ODT. So, or die trying. Yeah, see, I never really got into Red Dead games. Like, I know they're like super popular, but yeah, just I never really got into them. Okay, let's see what else I've got to do. So I've got all the Jinjos. Okay, so I just got to try and remember. Oh yes, I've got the flying one to do. Okay. Yeah, I really like Luigi's Mansion. That was one of the launch games that I picked up when I got the GameCube on the day that came out. Tourgeist, welcome. What's the ice cream like in England? It's better than it is in America. We use a lot more full cream. But I suppose it's like anything, to be honest. As a general rule of thumb, you get what you pay for. If you want a cheap ice cream, then... Tourgeist, this is the Rare Replay. This is the Xbox 360 or Rare Replay version. If you come to England, will people be impressed by your American accent? It depends. It depends where you go. everyone's going to be or have a different opinion on that. Yeah, Matt Horner, that's what one of the tricky things is always to do. Have I collected all of the Jiggies on this level now? Yeah, I just need to get the honeycomb pieces. Oh, I've still got the notes as well, okay. Yeah, a lot of it comes down to whether you want sort of organic and dairy, so... Dead Space, you're going to stay in the Edinburgh Hotel. Do you mean a hotel in Edinburgh, or an actual hotel called the Edinburgh? Okay, well, I don't know whereabouts in England a hotel called the Edinburgh is. There's probably loads, so I'm not sure which part of England you're sort of planning to visit, but yeah, there's probably quite a few hotels called the Edinburgh. Yeah, no, I'm trying to remember where the last things I need are. It's always the same. It's like one of those things where okay, yes, there's nothing in there. Dictator Dario, thanks always for your support. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, no, it's the sorry, it's the honeycomb pieces I'm not too concerned with. It's the see, I can see the pieces there. I'm not too concerned with that. I'm just trying to think where the there they are. Okay, I was going to say, yeah, I knew they were around here somewhere. I was just looking for the last notes that I needed. Three more notes. Did I hear about the XFL? Yeah. No, I know where the honeycomb is. I'm looking for the I've got three more notes. Yeah. Yeah, let me just get my health up and then I'm gonna go in. I think because I died, I get a feeling you're probably right. I think they are inside the crab. Yeah, Magellan, I know where the last honeycomb is. I just want to get the last three notes first. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, because this is the rare replay version or Xbox 360. It saves the note pieces. Okay. Let me just grab this Mumbo's token quick. Glenn, is there any games, OMH20 as well, sorry, forgot to say hi, hope you're well. Is there any games for this year that I'm looking forward to? Resident Evil, when that comes out, I think it's out here in England on the 25th. Someone may be able to confirm that, but yeah, I'm thinking of doing a live stream the day it comes out, because that's definitely a game that will be cool to play. So yeah, the new Resident Evil is probably the one that I'm looking forward to the most, purely for nostalgia really. Okay, let's have a bird's eye view, just see if I can find these final 3 notes. Yeah, the Resident Evil RE remake's going to be really cool. I seem to think there's something behind here that I haven't picked up. Or maybe my memory is not what it used to be. I'm sure there used to be something hidden there. Yeah, I'm thinking the trees at the top of the mountain, so I'm just going to fly back up there now and see. Because I think that's, to be honest, that's probably the only place left to look, and then we can move on to the next level. Yeah, I've already gone inside the pirate ship. They're not in the pirate ship. Ah, there we go. Just do a quick stock uptake. There we go. Let's get out of dodge. Ooh, maybe shouldn't have done that. Ah, see. I take 1 second to look away and to catch up on the chat, and then run into something and it kills me. The honeycomb, I know where it is. It's just down in the corner by the bay. So I'll quickly grab that now, considering we're still on this level. No, I don't have a full N64 back catalogue. I kind of got done with collecting. I had a complete in box collection, but I got done with collecting maybe about 3 years ago. But the prices for N64, especially the I'm losing my mind. Especially the complete in box. If you're going for complete in box, the prices are just getting, or they got, insane. So yeah, in terms of collecting, I got done with collecting. Yeah, I got the grunty switch. Kaito, no, I'm not really a prototype sort of collector. So although I've played some of the ROMs that were dumped, Team Carrot were sort of legends when it comes to when it came to the whole scene, especially with you know, buying and dumping prototypes. But in fact, I'm not going to do this level. I'm going to go back and sort of continue in order. So yeah, so I'm just going to go back because I don't want to come here yet. I want to do Rusty Bucket. Everdrives are really good. So Torgeist, yeah, I've got the Everdrive 2.5. Oh, wrong way. Everdrive's a flash cart. Yeah, it's like a lot of it's like a lot of games. You know, you'll have played it to death when you're a kid, and then all of a sudden, you know, you forget where a lot of things are, and your memories are not quite what it used to be. Which is pretty much the same case with me. That's the one I was looking for. Ah, my bad. Yeah, JonTron, and the thing that, well, with a lot of those channels is they've got huge budgets to be able to either attract the sort of developers that they want to get on to do those sort of cool videos. So yeah, I'd love to do, you know, that sort of video with like Grant Kirkhope or, you know, any of the people really. Yeah, and they've also got much bigger budgets. You know, they're full-time channels, so you know they generate a lot of revenue, and they can use that to reinvest to do those sorts of videos. So. Yeah, JonTron, JonTron I can take or leave. Daniel Posey, I haven't played Sea of Thieves. My friend really likes it. He says it's really good. He's been playing it since they were doing like the test weekends, so he's got a good knowledge of it. He really enjoys it. I haven't played it, so I can't really sort of comment too much on it, but it's one of those things. Rare's a different company, you know. It's like a lot of companies, you know, if they have a big changeover in staff, then you know it can completely change not only how the game is, but how the company is, and that's sort of what happened at Rare. A lot of the composers, the designers, you know, pretty much all departments. It's a different company than it was back in the N64 days. So it's a shame that they're not at the level that they were before. But you know, as a company, they are what they are. Yeah, Luke, I'm not doing that puzzle yet. Oh yeah, I'm not, I'm just having a little bit of an exploration, trying to think about which order I'm going to do these. Yeah, I know, I'm losing my tongue. I know I need to go back to the main room. Was there not? I'm sure there used to be something there. Yeah, Grunty is does have an attitude. Yeah, Clanker's Cavern's the next level. That's where we're going now. I just wanted to have a bit of a exploration, pick up a few tokens just to make life a little bit easier. I think Clanker's Cavern's probably my least favourite. Yeah, I'd love to see Banjo Kazooie in Smash Ultimate. Do I think it will happen? Probably not. Although it would be cool to see. Yuck, hate this level. Ah, completely forgot about the double. Have I tried the new controller by Retro Fighters? I haven't. I'd probably be the right channel for them to sort of get views for what they've got. They haven't got a UK distributor, so although I can import one from the US where they're made, it's let me concentrate. There we go. Yeah, so although I can import one from the US, then you've got to sort of worry about things like import taxes, which I know is not always the case, but when I ordered my Hori mini pad from Japan, I had like I think I paid like $80 for it, and by the time it came through, the taxes were the equivalent of another $40 because it got picked up by customs who taxed it, which is a whole mess. But yeah, so I'd rather try and wait. Apparently they're going to get a UK distributor for the Retro Fighters Brawler, but until then I'm not massively in a rush to pick it up and get hold of it. I'll come back for those. Yeah, Clanker's pretty grim. Burn it with fire. Ah, I always hated this level. Okay, let's find some jiggies. Let's get on with it. Oh, how did I mess that up? Yeah, I'm just going to try and get some of the collectible stuff first. Yeah, let's go free him. So let me just check positioning. Fiona Lee, this t-shirt is on the channel's Teespring page. So if you go to my channel's page, there's a link to Teespring. Here we go, here comes the damage. a flashy thing. What a pain. This is why I hate this level. Normally I like water levels, but I really hate this level. There we go, finally got Clanker free. How close was that? A lot closer than it needed to be anyway. Yeah, I think Grab by the Ghoulies is, for a lot of people, what they would probably class as being like the last true sort of rare game, if you want to call it that. Oh, really? You can tell I'm rusty today. Misplacing so many jumps. Mason Smith, thank you very much for your kind words. I don't know how they got away with it, to be honest. I absolutely hated this this mini game. Manic Shoff, can you get a New Jersey shout out? Of course you can. Ah. Fail. What a blag. Ah, this started swimming me the wrong way. I should still have time to make this one though. Yeah, I'm sure there's definitely a market for some Glen Dust live streams. Do some dental work. Yeah, Watership Down is brutal. Yeah, we're just doing this casual for now. Yeah, so we're not going for 100%, although obviously on the previous level we kind of did. RR version's rare replay. Ah, why did I do that? Blind Racer, good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Ah, double hit. Why? Why? Ah. Yeah, see, Rusty Bucket, this is a level that I like the least. How many have I done in this level? Let me have a quick look, see where we're at. Yeah, so we're only on 4 out of 10. There's still plenty to go. Yeah, this is definitely what I would consider as the weakest. Then again, a lot of people just generally don't like water levels anyway. Normally I quite like them, but yeah, Rusty Bucket Bay is a fun level. Now, yeah, the level's music is cool. I do like that. Yeah, Gobi Valley is quite a fun one. Again, I find Gobi Valley sort of to be a bit disjointed as well. See, I don't mind the font. I think the font's okay. Yeah, I can live with it. Kaito Link, that's a really good point. Yeah, Obi-Wan Kenobi, definitely. Yeah, Mad Monster Mansion, Tongue Twister, that one's a cool level. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Reach the... Yeah, if you just hold down the, well, B button, in this case the X button, but yeah, just hold it. You can tap it if you want, it doesn't really make any difference, it's just going to annoy you. Is this the one that I just swam through? Yeah, that's where I got the Mumbo skull. I do prefer the Rare Replay version, or in this case the Xbox 360 version, just because of the controls. It's a lot easier with twin sticks and a more responsive analog stick than it is playing on the N64. Although I've not played it with a Retro Fighters, you know, a lot of people like it. The Hori mini pad's not really that great for this game, so using the Hori mini pad's a bit of a sort of a no-go for this. It's too fiddly. Oh, I didn't realise how low I was. No. Just see, because I've got the microphone part of the arms covering a bit of the left-hand side of the screen, so did I already do this part? Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, I've done that part. I'm trying to remember which parts I've... Okay, so I've got to go that way. Yeah, okay, let's try and get that part out of the way. If I can start making some proper jumps, that would be a good start. Yeah, Grant Kirkhope's like master level Jedi when it comes to N60. Well, music in general, but especially on the N64, it's like we're looking at like a whole like another level for like good music. Okay, so I need to go do that side as well, which has got there's nothing in there that I particularly need. Just trying to remember where some of the other pieces are on this level. Okay, so I prefer Banjo Kazooie over Tooie. Man, this chair's giving me really bad backache. My back is absolutely killing. How many Jinjos do I have? Not many. Jamenka, good to see you. Definitely Banjo Kazooie over Donkey Kong 64 any day of the week. By a long shot. I just think it's a much more fun game. Manic, I'm going to be heading off in a minute actually, just because my back has really started killing in this chair. I don't normally spend that long sat in it. OMH20, you're watching this in school and you hope that your phone doesn't get taken away from you. I hope it doesn't as well. So I'm going to end the stream for there because, like I said, I need to go get a painkiller or something because my back is flaring up really bad in this chair. So what I'm going to do is I'll save it here. I will pick up this stream. Another time, so we will continue on with this and go on to some later levels. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. In about 5 hours, 5 hours time, I've got the next actual recorded video going live. So in 5 hours, that's going to be 7:30 PM GMT. The next video I'm doing is a video of all the Disney N64 games. So that one's already done. It's uploaded. And that one is going to be going live at 7:30 GMT, so in about 5 hours time. So a little bit of a heads up there. Again, thanks to everybody for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your days, and I will be back soon enough to do another stream. And have a great day wherever in the world you've tuned in from. Thanks once again.